When it comes to Rolex, there's one thing I can pretty much guarantee. None of us will ever be able to walk into an authorized dealer and leave with the Daytona. And let's just say hypothetically they are readily available to purchase. Spending $15,000 on a watch is definitely a lot of money. Don't get me wrong though, the Daytona is an amazing watch with a really awesome design. And aside from their no-date Submariner, it's one of my favorite Rolex watches. Of course, there is the option of buying the watch on the secondary gray market, but throw that $15,000 price tag out the window because it would cost a lot more. The next best option is buying an homage, a watch with that classic Daytona look, but much more affordable. When it comes to Rolex homages, there's definitely a lot of options available, so today we're going to take a look at my favorite, the Pagani Design PD1644. What's interesting about the Daytona is with all the racing-inspired chronographs in the market that feature a tachymeter scale on the bezel and 3 subdials, it's a bit of a generic, simple design, and far less a watch people identify as a Rolex compared to the Submariner. So as much as this watch is an homage, it doesn't scream, look at me, I'm trying to own a Rolex but can't. What makes the PD1644 special is the crazy quality that you get, all for around $60. And don't let that price fool you. This watch is really great quality and stacked with specs. There are 5 reasons why I think this is the best homage, and the last one is probably the most important. For starters, this dial is incredible. The little details are really gorgeous in person, and no one would ever think it's a $60 watch. The applied hour markers on top of the glassy black dial are polished and play with light in such a cool way. Really eye-catching and gives the dial an elevated look. And the 3 subdials also have a polished sunburst effect that pairs perfectly with those hour markers and really ties everything together beautifully. A little bit of white on the text and the Pagani logo adds a nice splash of color to balance things out. The second reason why this Daytona homage is the best is the bezel, which is made of ceramic and just really gives the watch a premium look. It has a nice glossy finish and blends in with the dial just right. Also, the tachymeter scale running around the perimeter is engraved into the bezel insert, making it stand out a lot more and looks quality. And the third reason is the case. Not only are the dimensions just right, but the finishing is done to the T. The diameter comes in at 40 millimeters, the thickness is only 12, and the lug-to-lug 48. The case is fully polished from the tops to the sides and looks amazing. A gorgeous high polish that plays with light reflections. It's eye-catching and executed really well. There's no sharp edges, really great angles, and the curves on the lugs and how they taper a bit towards the ends looks awesome. The fourth reason is this bracelet. It follows the same blueprint as the Rolex Daytona with the 3-link oyster style with the polished center links and brushed outer links. I really like the look and think the polished bits help add a dressier style to a really sporty watch. The bracelet definitely surprised me quite a bit because it is much more robust and thicker than I was expecting, especially at this price point. The links are solid, the fully milled clasp is well made, and the brushing and polishing matches the quality found on the case. And finally, the last reason why this is the best Rolex Daytona homage is the comfort. Yeah, it looks super cool, but it wears really well. The weight is balanced, the bracelet feels great wearing, and it all came together for one superb watch. The size allows for plenty of wrist presence without being over the top, and the links and case have no sharp edges, so everything is smooth. Although those are my 5 top reasons why this watch is the best, there are other specs that make this watch really awesome. On top, protecting the dial is a sapphire crystal that's thick and does a great job with light reflections and allowing for great legibility. Whatever angle I look at this watch, I could read the time easily, and the separation between the subdials is great. As far as the engine, this watch is powered by one of my favorite movements, a Seiko Mecha Quartz. Anyone not familiar with these, you get that accurate timekeeping quartz watches are known for, while enjoying that sweeping hand motion you'd see on an automatic. Specifically, the movement is the VK63, which has an accuracy of plus or minus 5 seconds to 10 seconds per month. It's also worth noting that the hands are done really well and match the overall style and quality of the watch. They're polished, matching the dial, and looks fantastic on top of that black glossy finish. What's really cool about the PD1644 is there's so many different options to choose from, including colors and different straps. I initially had my mind set on the all-black version we're looking at today, but a few others were really calling my name. One in particular that's pretty crazy is the meteorite dial. No, it's not real meteorite, but it has that look of one, and it's a real stunner. There's also a nice blue, green, golds, and a bunch of others. There's also the option of the steel bracelet as well as a rubber strap that has a curved end links integrating into the case without the gaps like regular straps, and that's a really great option as well. I'm definitely planning to buy one of those rubber straps to kind of switch up the look of the watch from time to time. I think the black rubber strap accentuates the sporty design of the watch a lot more than the steel bracelet, especially with those polished center links. There are a lot of different colors and configurations, so there's definitely something for everyone. And depending on how similar or different you want the homage to look, it's cool that there's so many different options. Some look more like the original, while others kind of go down their own path. I've owned a handful of different Pagani Design watches, some of which I wanted to see if I enjoyed that style of a luxury watch before deciding to buy the original, or just to get a cool design that's popular and really awesome. For me, watch collecting is all about fun and really not that serious. Within the online watch community, some enthusiasts can be quite vocal about their opinions, but out in the real world, no one cares what watch you are wearing or even notices. Wear what you like, buy what you want, and enjoy it. Life is too short, and for $60, you definitely can't go wrong with this watch. It won't disappoint. Well, that's all for today. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.